Up now, we have Stephen McConnell.
The legend of last season.
The legend.
He was the underdog all year. He fought so close to try and win that pro championship after earning his license at round 1.
Yeah.
And he just fell short. So this year, he's back to prove the point. Look at this flick from Stephen. On the B line, a little bit shallow going through 2. I'm not sure if he got the C line, but he gets that car back on line now, Mike. Look at the smoke pluming out of it. Small bit of a handbrake drag. We know the judges said this morning they don't want drags coming through. They'd rather you do it on the clutch and steering to scrub off the speed. But Stephen O'Connell, maybe he's just getting a score on the board and relaxing. I hope, because I'm expecting more aggressive runs.
That is a good score from Stephen McConnell there. Hits all the points. He is sponsored by Treads Garage, Walton Motorsport, Peregrine Performance, Lee Smart Racing, FCK Wax, Madcan Energy, Dynatune, Edmondson Garage, Blackworks Body Shop, Cybel Radical Solutions. And he comes in with a 93.67, putting him in first position so far. Very good drive there from Stephen McConnell. Up now, Stephen McConnell.
He's happy, he's confident. He's just a man who is on it. Every time he gets into that car, he gets stronger and stronger, and he actually is a pleasure to watch as a fan. He's such a good driver.
Absolutely is in first position at the minute, scoring 93.67 points as he comes down now off the bank. A bit of a handbrake drag there from Stephen McConnell, but didn't seem to slow him down too much. So the judges haven't penalised him too much there as he comes around, loses a bumper around the final hairpin and out the window and across the line. Another fantastic sounding car there.
Yeah. Why are all these cars sounding so fantastic, Mike?
It's got something to do with the exhaust manifolds that they have.
Manifolds, okay.
You should check that out if you want to go and look.
Everyone walk over and have a look what manifolds are on these cars.
86 points on his second run. Doesn't improve on his first run, but is still sat in first place, Stephen McConnell. So and let's hope we get the first cars straight round. So Stephen McConnell versus Tom Van Beek.
Wow. Stephen McConnell, top qualifier. Tom Van Beek, a man of few words out there, Mike, but when he gets in that car, he is aggressive.
Yeah, small car, small voice, massive attitude.
Massive attitude. He got an attitude problem.
This is going to be a very interesting battle. One that I'm particularly interested in.
Yeah, I'm very excited now. I tell you, all these guys in the top 16, the 16 drivers, they have worked so hard to get here. They've fought tooth and nail, and every one of them deserve it. Like, I am buzzing for this round. So we see Steve McConnell in the background there, warming up his tyres. Top qualifier, all eyes are on him. The eyes were on him before he came in. He can handle the pressure in qualifying. Will he take it to the top step today, Mike?
Well, only time will tell, Mike. Only time will tell. As we wait for Tom Van Beek to warm his tyres up. He is out there in the background. All of the cars out here today look absolutely fantastic. I just noticed that. I know I handed out a reward, the Sonax reward award for the best looking car, but literally all of the cars out here are very, very well presented, and it really is a joy to see. We don't appreciate it so much being sat in this in our commentary box here, but just being out on the track, it's mind-blowing stuff.
I just can't believe you didn't give Stefan the bucket.
He really wanted it.
He really wanted that bucket. He really wanted that bucket. So, we have two cars on the line. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for all weekend. The top 16 of Pro, round 1, BDC 2022. Here we go. Look at Steve McConnell. Massive aggressive flick. Does it face Tom Van Beek? No, it doesn't. Proximity is a bit of an issue here for Tom, but Steve is foot to floor.
Wow, look at the line from both of these drivers. Steve McConnell on an absolutely fantastic line, but Tom Van Beek not letting him get away, makes a huge dive through the smoke as Tom Van Beek on a wide line. Steve McConnell on a wide line, sorry, and Tom Van Beek just getting a little bit lost for pace over the second part of that track. He tried to make the dive through the smoke, and I don't think it paid off for him.
He was just so close, but then I'd say he came through the cloud, and there was a bright yellow PS13 sitting there. Whoa, what's that? That's not sunshine. That's Steve McConnell.
So let's get them swapped around, and we will have Tom Van Beek to lead out Stephen McConnell. It's a lovely lead line there by Stephen McConnell. Let's see. Hope he can hold it all together behind.
I was
Tom
talking to Steve McConnell after the break of qualifying. He's just on another level. I can see it in him. He's on another level. He's some driving, so I'm actually expecting a whopper of a chase from here. If I did a commentator's curse, I apologise to him right now.
You don't.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm a fan. I told you in Driftland, I'm a Steve McConnell guy. I am. That's it. He is cool.
I mean, there's no two ways about it, but is he as cool as a gigantic Borg Warner on a stock MX-5 engine? Well, it's not stock, but it's the original engine.
Yeah. Okay, right. They're both fairly cool then.
This is just a cool race.
This is a cool race.
So a battle. Are we calling it race? No, let's do race. I like race. It sounds
battle.
good.
Battle.
It's a battle of axes.
So here we go. Tom Van Beek to lead and Steve McConnell.
Oh,
massive flick from Tom. Steve is right with him there though. Tom is on a lovely line. Absolutely smoking the little MX-5 out of it. But Steve McConnell is just sitting.
A big spin from Tom Van Beek, just overcooking it. A little bit too much power. Getting a bit too zealous mid-corner there and overcooked it. Oh, that's a mistake from Tom Van Beek, a big one. And he's not going to be happy about it. Look,
Steve lights the wheels out. Every bit of a break and anchor the whole thing to slow that from hitting MX-5 there now. Very unfortunate. Just Tom pushing that a little bit too far as he's coming down from 3 to 4. A little bit disappointed for him there, but what a chase run that we had there from Steve in the first half of that battle, Mike.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Watch this
here. Look how close he flicks in. All the confidence in the world in Tom Van Beek, and Tom Van Beek is on an excellent line, which gives Steve McConnell, look at that opportunity, and he just laps it up as he comes down. But Steve McConnell, just too much, Tom, and he'll be kicking himself now. Oh, there's such a tiny mistake to make as well. So we will await the judges to make that official, and they do. Steve McConnell takes the win, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately the mighty MX-5 retires for the rest of the day.
Tom Van Beek's going to prove that little MX-5 does belong in the pro class, and I'm expecting a big season out of him this year.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
What stuff?
Oh, sure enough, what's going to happen here is just Steve McConnell versus Armis for Kellis.
How does this keep getting better and better?
So, this is the first of our top 8. It's Stephen McConnell to lead. It's Armis for Kellis to chase. It's going to be fireworks. Tisa, get your phones out. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Stu Adsley. Stephen McConnell.
Still,
that was incredible. But look at Stephen McConnell now. Massive angle on entry. Ahead of Kellis. Not having an answer to the pace of Steve McConnell now. Well, he does as he comes down off the hill. Wow, look at Vasquez creeping up on the side, knocking on the side of Steve McConnell's door, trying to get him to make a mistake, but he's not that easy to trick, is McConnell, as Vasquez nearly touches him as he goes over clips him and across the line.
Wow. Steve McConnell kind of just looked like the veteran pro driver in that one, didn't he?
He definitely did.
Oh, the man is getting stronger and stronger. Watch this. The flick right in front of Vasquez. Kellis has to tuck back in, gives the separation at the start. But as soon as he puts the foot down to that E30, it's just like a magnet. He's straight up on the door. Boom. Hello, how are you? That is beautiful, Mo drivers. What a transition.
Look at this transition.
Through the smoke. Oh, brilliant.
T-side, are you not entertained?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. T-side, are you not entertained? They are, Mike.
They are.
They are. They probably were trying to remind me, but I can't hear them.
Well, if you weren't yet, you are just about to be now. Stephen McConnell in the chase position, and he is going to have known, his pit crew are going to say, he was on you the whole way round. You need to be glued to the side.
Not only that, you have to be
door.
glued to Vasquez, not to get lost in the smoke.
Well, that is
this E30 is a smoke machine, it is.
It doesn't seem to matter what tyres it's got on the back of it, just plumes smoke.
Plumes. Smoky tires, that's all it needs.
So come on, Stephen McConnell. Oh, look at this entry from both drivers. Steve McConnell getting a little bit more.
Steve McConnell just drops a wheel and over-rotates a clip too. The Cinderella story comes to an end for this weekend. Oh! Armis just with the perfect lead run, taking it over again. Another lap, another experience. I'm good for Steve O'Connell. He was ready to door him there, Mike.
Yeah.
I feel we were robbed.
I think we were.
We were robbed for that one, like.
Just look how close he is at the start there. It just throws him off a little bit. And can you see Steve McConnell left foot braking, puts him on the wide line, and just gets lost in the smoke, doesn't know what's going on. Oh, he's not going to be happy with himself, Steve
make
McConnell.
some noise for both drivers. They've entertained us all day long.
Fantastic driving from both drivers. Out to get the car. Big hugs. But I can confirm Kellis takes the win and proceeds through into our semi-finals.
Another local hero here.
Did you give us a second in between these runs? Because it's just good run after good run after good run.
It's not the biggest driver grid in our history, but it is one of the best.
Yeah, it's a strong driver grid this weekend. Anyone can win at any moment. But it's Stephen McConnell to leave the line. Steve is absolutely giving it everything on the run in, throwing it out to the wall, or maybe just dropping one wheel there. But he gets it back on line by clip 3. Absolute lovely intersection there. Did not lift one bit for the bottom, just keeping it pinned through that bottom section.
Yeah, once again, fantastic run from Stephen McConnell. Very technical, fulfilling clip 7, moving the car back nice and wide through clip 8 and against the wall at number 9.
Hand out the window, up to the wall. He liked that one.
You know what, that car sounds amazing, and Mike Walton would want us to tell you that is because of that Walton Motorsport manifold. An 89.67 for Stephen McConnell, dropping him in the 4th place position.
I just can't believe Walton manifolds are still getting cheesy plugs and he's not even here.
He's in my inbox right now. He's going to get the
I turned my
plugs
phone
in.
off. I turned my phone off. I'm not listening to him anymore.
Stephen McConnell sits on the line. He is just thinking, what have I got to do to beat some of these scores?
Or he probably thinks there was a wasp in Matt Denham's car before he left the line, being honest with you. As we see Stephen McConnell leave the line, he got an 89 in his first run. He's in 12th. That's a nice initiation by Stephen, getting out nice and wide. Absolutely smoking them Zestino tyres as he works his way down the hill into the D-cell zone. No braking at all, keeping the commitment, just using the angle of the car to slow down speed. And this is tidy run, Max. The judge's score is high as he's coming around the last corner. I'm excited to see how Stephen does.
Super technical, super precise, exactly what Stephen McConnell is known for, and a fantastic run, but will it be enough to beat his first? Stephen, sponsored by Treads Garage, Walton Motorsport, Peregrine Performance.
Mac,
the screen can't keep up with it.
he just got the exact same score as his first run. That's so hard to do.
That's how pinpoint precise he is. He's just like, I'll just do it again.
Consistency's key. And that is Mr. Stephen McConnell to lead in Nathan Shivers.
Yeah, Nathan sort of blew us away with his first qualifying run, and Stephen consistently missed a technical. So
this new build that Nathan's after doing is probably the best thing he's after doing, because he's a new man behind the wheel. So as we wait decision from our tower, see Colgate just standing there patiently ready to go, dancing away.
Look how excited
I know,
he
yeah. He's that excited because he knows this is going to be a good one. Okay. Oh, he's playing games with the lads and winding them up now, and he got us as well. Now he's sending the cars
there
back.
we go. Stephen McConnell to lead out Nathan Shivers in the top 24. Here we go. The FPV drone back up. There we are looking at it. Beautiful lead line from Stephen McConnell, and Nathan Shivers is just left behind. Stephen back onto the inside and down through the D-cell. Beautiful lead line there.
Yeah, but Nathan, unfortunately, just getting it all wrong. He starts to cut the track to try and gain the proximity, and that's not what the judges want. But Stephen McConnell is just doing the same line he's been doing all weekend, Mac. Brilliant lead line. I want to know why there was such separation, though. There was a bit of separation coming up there.
I wonder if it was just McConnell just held a lot more momentum coming in on that entry. Because, I mean, Nathan's car's fast.
Yeah, that's... But I haven't seen anyone kind of who's off the pace. So
It'll be interesting to see what happened there. But we switched them around. We've got Nathan Shivers to lead and Stephen McConnell to chase. That S15 just looks deadly, doesn't it?
What an incredible build.
Very cool build. I was having a look around it yesterday evening now, and it's a credit to the guys.
Yeah, it has every single toy that you could fit to a drift car as a part of it.
What bits you want in your drift car? All of them. So, our start line marshal gives the signal. Both cars leave the line. It's Nathan Shivers to lead, Steve McConnell to chase.
Nathan pulls it in on the handbrake. He's there, but McConnell is hanging with him as he makes it down. Nathan pushes out to clip 3, and McConnell is closing in on the side. Nathan dropping a wheel at 4, and McConnell is right with him, and McConnell just dinging him on the door there a little bit and just saying, I am right with you. They transition back. McConnell dives through the smoke and pushes him around the side of the track and back across to the wall.
Not a bad run at all. It was very, very good chase driving with Stephen McConnell.
Yeah.
The way chasing down there, the speedy chase down the hill, by the contact, set in beside him. She said a little tip of the door just to let Shivers know he's there going, it might be a new car, but it's got my mark on it now.
He was just saying, that livery, you'll remember me.
White car looks very clean. So we send both drivers up in front of the crowd to give the results. So if they get out of cars, or when they get out of cars, please hit them with a wall of sound, because yet again, more guys putting it all on the line for our entertainment. So the winner of this battle goes up against Sam Nolan. Just looking ahead. And that winner is Stephen McConnell. So we have won that one more time before we have our final top 16. But from what I can see so far, Mac, the top 16 battle sheet is looking good.
Yeah, so for anyone not familiar with how this works, but Mike said at the start, but the top 8 from qualifying were seeded immediately into the top 24, and we have these sudden death playoffs. So every person who is already seeded in has done a phenomenal 90-point score or above. And they're going against someone who has just proved themselves in a battle.
So while we're waiting just to get the guys back on the track there, we're still waiting to Lee McFadden and Scott Cartilage. We need to figure out who wins that one. But our first battle in the top 16, Stefan Stefanoff and Darren McNamara. It's a final.
This is just like if you built a dream battle tree.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you would see those two guys on there.
It's like fantasy drifting. So we see Lucas Oil replay of the second half of that. Yeah, Nathan Shivers was just not in it there from the start, wasn't he not? Steve McConnell just drove away with that one, but I suppose it's a good little test for Steve when he gets kind of a battle under his belt. He's a little bit of experience of how the track feels this afternoon.
That's it, and I mean this car, you know, they've been doing a lot of work on this car in the pits. The McConnell's team has been kept very busy this weekend with replacing fuel pumps and other sort of issues. Just getting this car to 100% so he can come out and put on this show for everyone.
Yeah, and he is going to put on a show.
Yeah. Now, can we just say, for all the people watching live on the TV, this FPV replay
is amazing.
Wow.
We're trying not to get too excited because we've made a promise we'll wait till after the top 16 before we get excited, but that is cool.
Alright, so welcome back to the British Drift Championship round number 2 here at Driftland in an explosive top 16. We are going to see Sam Nolan, the Pro 2 Points Championship leader here in Pro, go against Stephen McConnell.
Yeah, this is going to be another cracking potential final that we're getting as the last battle in our top 16, Mac, and I am really excited for this. Sam is just killing it. This weekend, lap by lap by lap, he's getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
At this point, you know, he could go home right now and he had the best weekend of his life.
Qualified 6th in Pro. Remember that.
But I don't think he wants to go home now.
No.
So here we go. Sam Nolan leading out Stephen McConnell. Brilliant entry there from Sam. Just a little bit short on 2, but Stephen McConnell with the proximity. Amazing chase. Sam pushes down into the decel and Stephen is just hanging with him. He is pushing hard. Sam, watching a little bit wide and dropping over there, but he transitions back with Stephen hunting down the door as they push it back across the line.
Wow. the proximity of Stephen O'Connell from 3 to 4 to 5 there.
Stephen McConnell's dive there got me a little bit excited. I was like, oh yeah, the lead. Then Stephen McConnell was like, bang! Yeah. Here we are. Chase run.
Brilliant lead for Sam, just dropping them 2 wheels coming out of clip 6 before the transition.
Yeah, that wash, and that just messed him up there, coming through to 7 after that transition, and left him offline, coming back to the wall. So McConnell just turned back a little bit and said, whoa, you're not in the right place.
McConnell did the right thing, and look, a little tiny mistake against a driver with the standard of Stephen McConnell could be enough to ruin it. But look, Mac, the second half, let's see what happens. Stephen throws it in, but look at Sam Nolan, absolutely foot to floor. He's stuck. I'm pretty sure he's trying to read it. See the car spot down. So now he's playing the catch-up game, coming into the decel zone, and he does catch up. The speed in that Nolan Transport S15, it's unbelievable. He's given it everything to stay with Stephen McConnell. What an absolute brilliant battle from both drivers.
Yeah, fantastic. Wow.
Whew. The speed, Sam dropped the wheel, and then he was like, let's catch up. But he stayed in his line and caught up.
He closed the gap really quickly coming back through that second half of the course.
I was saying,
some nice proximity at the end.
I was saying all yesterday, that S15 is just so fast. Ridiculous. And do you know what? It is a pro spec car, and it's just showing this is where it belongs. Yes. So a massive round of applause for both drivers when they get out of the car. Give it up for Stephen McConnell and Sam Nolan. And your winner is Stephen McConnell. What a weekend for Sam Nolan. Absolutely delighted for him. He'll be back. As you said, Mac, he's leading that Pro 2 Championship, so he's going to be back to fight for that title.
Yeah, definitely. And Stephen McConnell just once again proving to be so incredibly consistent out there. He knows this track inside out, and he is hungry to have his feet on that podium today. I didn't even see some of those things, Mike. I'm not a judge. I've not got the precision.
Yeah, you got to pay attention, and you can't do that.
But you know who has the precision?
Dylan Garvey
and Stephen McConnell.
This is one I'm looking forward to. So hopefully Dylan got a wheel and tyre and all that sorted on the front.
Yeah,
everything's all good.
He's down there. So
he's confident enough. He's good. He can probably do it in 3 wheels.
It's just 3-wheeling all the way.
As we see what looks like Fionn Roach's front wheels on the front of Dylan Garvey's car. And Steve McConnell is right with him on initiation. Lovely initiation from Dylan. But look at Stephen. He is stuck to the back of the 180SX. Dylan is doing what he's been doing all day. That perfect line, doing the best he can to get away from Steve McConnell. But Stephen is right with him there, Mac.
Yeah, phenomenal chase driving from Stephen McConnell, not giving him an inch. Dylan with a beautiful lead line. Fantastic, pushing it out across there, finding the wall. But is it enough?
Dylan is going to have to pull out one of these chases. We got a glimpse of what he can do.
Yeah.
But we need to see the full commitment of Dylan Garvey.
Well, we know here McConnell is going to open the door and say, here's a beautiful lead line. What are you going to do, man?
Them two guys are going to make another judging decision difficult. That's all I know.
Yeah, the lads in the tower just sitting there going,
no. Not again.
Somewhere in the comments, someone is going to be upset.
So as we see Dylan pulling up to the line, I'm loving this drone shot, man. This drone shot's brilliant.
This FPV drone is something we wanted to bring in for a couple of years, and just seeing it now, it is absolutely fantastic.
So we're just awaiting the signal from the tower. Here we go. It's Steve McConnell to lead and Dylan Garvey to chase. Banging through the gears, tearing down the straight. Lovely initiation from both guys. Dylan is right with Stephen there, but Stephen has given that perfect line, giving him every opportunity to get in close. As we see Dylan coming into the diesel zone. Mac, look at that! That's the Dylan Garvey I've been telling you about. Absolutely phenomenal chase driving. Steve McConnell on that perfect lead line. But what a chase from Dylan Garvey.
The way that he balanced the car coming through that decel, just mirroring the angle, beautifully ready, setting it up for that transition, and bang, straight back on the door afterwards.
That's the confidence in your car and your ability. He knew what was going to happen there. He didn't lift through the more angle, and it worked out perfect for Dylan. Watch this replay here. lovely initiation from both guys, like so smooth out wide. But look at Dylan just as they come down the hill. It's about here now he starts to get up the proximity. Look at that, like.
McConnell's lead line is just a line every single inch of the track.
Yeah. Oh, we're down to the grade 8 now, Mac. This is where the big boys play.
It's serious business. They can all smell the podium.
I would not want to be judging that. But while the judges are having a lovely argument about this one, and your winner is Dylan Garvey. It had to be down to that chase run, Mac. It all had to be down to that chase run. A massive round of applause for both drivers, and we cannot wait to see Steve McConnell back at the next round.
Up now, Steve McConnell, another awesome sounding car with a fantastic exhaust manifold on it.
Where's the manifold from?
Cool, calm and collected. Steve McConnell here is here with his wife and child as well this weekend.
You see Steve, nice big flick. Beeline on clip 1, but he does well to hold it. Not holding a big angle through there, but he is very fast, Mike.
Yeah, he's extremely
good job to
fast.
slow that car down now.
Yeah, don't have to use the handbrake a little bit there to slow the car down, as you say. Comes through that last corner and just puts his foot down, smokes out the bank and across the line. He could have neated that up a little bit.
Yeah. It was a very safe run.
Yeah.
It's a score on the board, and it's a high enough score on the board. It's a 77.67, puts him into 12th.
Sponsored by Treads Garage, Walton Motorsport, Peregrine Performance, Lee Smart Racing, SAQ Wax, Madcan Energy, Dynatune, Emerson Garage, Blackworks Body Shop, and Cybal something. Up now we have Stephen McConnell, 77.67, 20th position. We know Stephen McConnell can do much better than that. We have seen him do much better than that, and we expect much better of Steve McConnell.
I love the way what it says in his booklet is financial mistake. That gets me every time.
Yeah, it's the truth.
It's the truth, but you won't change it.
No,
of course you won't.
Yeah, define mistake.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Steve McConnell really wanting to improve on that first score with a huge flick entry as he comes through, just cutting the track ever so slightly through clip 2, makes it nicely through clip 3 though, even though a little bit of a drag of the handbrake. Comes through that transition, gets it done nice and early, finds himself in the middle of the track, just cutting the track ever so slightly through clip 6, 7 and over the line.
Yeah, not a bad run from Steve.
Another solid run by Stephen McConnell. Looks like in that little corner score, mid-80s, 84.33 confirmed, puts him into 10th position so far.
It's Stephen McConnell versus Scott Cartilage. Both guys going hard today, Mike. Going very hard.
Says Scott Cartilage says 450 horsepower. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
I know that's a lie.
They're all playing tactics with this information.
Yeah, definitely. So 2 S bodies, 2 JZs under the bonnet, 2 Walton Motorsport exhaust manifolds,
and 2 aggressive drivers.
2 aggressive drivers.
And 1 financial mistake. Still the best sticker ever, that is.
And they leave the line. Steve McConnell to lead in. Scott Cartilage, a massive flick from Stephen McConnell. Scott Cartilage, a little bit of separation, needs to make the dive. Look how good these cars look together coming into that first hairpin, but Scott Cartilage coming off the track.
Steve McConnell watched a small bit wide. He left his bumper in the tyres, but yes, Scott had to pull out completely because he was going in there sideways, so just very unfortunate from Scott. Not sure what happened. Did he get caught napping there in the run-up, or Stephen McConnell was just gone, like, watch.
Let's have a look at this. Yeah, so they both enter about the same time. I think Scott Cartilage just wound on a little bit too much angle, caught the inside of the curb, and just got caught left napping, but just falling off the track into that tyre wall. Steve McConnell finishes the lap.
We see both cars heading back to the line. We're going to switch them around. Scott Cartilage to chase, or sorry, to lead, and Steve McConnell to chase.
So let's see what Scott Cartilage can do in the lead position as they come flying down into the first initiation. Wow, that's initiation. Both drives, a little bit of separation. Now Steve McConnell needs to make the dive. Huge angle from Scott Cartilage. But look at Steve McConnell touching Scott Cartilage round the first hairpin. Can he make the dive through the smoke? He does! Straight back onto the Scott Cartilage door. As he comes to the second hairpin, they are nearly to a little bit of separation now as they come out of the hill. Scott Cartilage just driving away from Steve McConnell at the very end there.
Wow. That's the speed Scott Cartilage we've been seeing all weekend.
Look at this. Look how close they are as they both come through. Wow. Isn't that a good looking pair of cars?
Yeah, they are nice looking cars. Scott Cartilage gave it ever in that second run, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, Mike.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. Well, I think this is pretty clear cut, ladies and gentlemen. And it is. The winner is Stephen McConnell. And that, unfortunately, due to that mistake from Scott Cartilage, that is the end of his day today. Next up, Martin Cowley versus Stephen McConnell. Martin Cowley is absolutely flying. We can't count out Stephen McConnell just yet. Let's have a look and see how they get on a massive flick entry from Mike Cowley. But Stephen McConnell is right in rear quarter as he makes a dive into the first hairpin. Look at these two drivers, door on door as they come through the first hairpin. Switch through the transition. Can he get back onto the rear quarter? Martin Cowley just missing out a bit as they come out of the second hairpin. Martin Cowley driving away from Stephen McConnell up the hill.
First half of that battle, Steve McConnell was just crazy.
Yeah,
you see the way he threw it in behind him, like did very well not to make contact in the decel zone, but I think the second hairpin he maybe over-rotated a small bit. We'll see in the replay here. That's what would have led to Cowley pulling the gap at the end. Brilliant line by Cowley though, like not putting a foot wrong. He's doing exactly as he was asked in the driver's briefing this morning.
Yeah,
just here, see Steve kind of over-rotates a bit, slows down, has to give it an old clutch kick to get it going.
Yeah, I think he gets a little bit stuck up caught up in the inside there, and has to give it an extra clutch kick. Doesn't quite get the grip that he needs out of the corner. So we'll swap him around now.
That small little mistake from Steve McConnell. It's up to Martin Cowley now to take advantage of this moment and make sure and get it here and get yourself to a top 8.
Exactly.
Well capable driver. He's doing really, really well this season. He's really gelling with the changes he's made to the car, so I'm expecting a good run here.
Stephen McConnell leads out Martin Cowley as they come through into the first clipping point. Huge flick there. Martin Cowley comes off the track trying to make a dive. Huge mistake from Martin Cowley. Stephen McConnell looks to be on a fantastic line. Martin Cowley desperately trying to make it up. Straightens again out the first hairpin. Really shuts the car down as Stephen McConnell finishes the lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Martin there. Obviously, did a little bit of contact on the inside. He must have damaged or bent something because he wasn't really steering coming into the first hairpin, and then he just shut it down. Very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, let's have a look. I think Martin Cowley may well have done some serious damage.
Yeah,
here.
I'd say he's bent.
He hit the curb very hard. Look at this.
See how much he jumped,
the whole car goes straight over that bit of concrete. That's got to have done something to it. And as you can see,
the tyres off the rim and the back. That's what it was, yeah.
Debeaded tyre.
They just pulled the tyre off the rim. Very unfortunate for Martin. Was pushing that a little bit too hard. But that's the level of driving you're at right now. When you're in the Sunday top 16.
I think he might have debeaded 2 tyres.
I think that might be the first time I've ever seen that happen. But hey, I'm getting a lot of firsts this weekend, Mike, so...
Oh, we can't see Martin Cowley's
Can't see it at all.
But we can confirm Stephen McConnell takes the win and goes through to our top 8, and that is the end of the day for Martin Cowley. Stephen McConnell versus Josh Payne.
The dream weekend continuing for Josh Payne.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Here we go. Stephen McConnell in the lead. Josh Payne to chase. Stephen McConnell qualified 12, Josh Payne qualified 13th, just behind him, so this is going to be a very close battle. Stephen McConnell has a massive flick, but Josh Payne not having the pace to keep up with him, needs to make a dive as they come into the hairpin, just about gets some of that proximity back as they transition through the smoke, makes a dive off to the side of Stephen McConnell. Stephen McConnell's on the inside of the track now. As Josh Payne jumps onto the rear corner of Stephen McConnell as they come flying across the line. There's a little bit of contact with the tyre wall there.
Stephen hit the tyre wall just at clip 6 there and blew the back off his car. But like, watch when they're coming into the first hairpin, Mike. It's like Stephen McConnell is halfway around and then he just throws it on massive angle, which stalls him up a small bit, and then that's why it brings Josh back into the fight. It really gives him a good opportunity to get in close and tight for the last hairpin. See there, look, throw it on. Josh is back in now. Bang.
Yeah, I think Josh positioned his transition very, very well.
And there's where Stephen just clipped the tyres there, just took the whole back off the car. Weight saving, that's what that is for the second half.
Right, we'll get them swapped around. Stephen McConnell in the chase position now. Josh Payne needs to do a very fast run because Stephen McConnell is going to be glued to his door.
Looking confident. He's looking confident. The car looked mint yesterday.
Yeah.
Today now, it's a few battle scars on it.
Just trying to get sorted for next round. This will be.
I think it gives a drift car character having scars, in my opinion. And every one of them is a story. What happened there, you know?
Yeah.
Just for people who don't like fixing their car.
So, let me walk to a body shop.
Don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, two cars.
Josh Payne leads out. Steve McConnell now. Look at Steve McConnell right the rear corner of Josh Payne. He makes another huge dive as they come down into the first hairpin. This is perfect for the braking zone. Steve McConnell knocking on Josh Payne's door as they come round. Makes a transition. Again, loses a little bit of space there. And Josh Payne now driving away from Steve McConnell as they come round the last hairpin. Last clip.
Woo! That was a hefty crash in the middle of that, and they just kept going. They just kept going.
It wasn't a big impact, but Stephen McConnell was just knocking on his door the whole way round that second hairpin. Look, he just gets on.
Look at this from Stephen McConnell. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Josh. And even there we go. We're away now.
Yeah, and then just loses a little bit of pace round the last corner, or Josh finds some pace. One of the two. I think Josh might have been a little bit shallow on that clipping point, but drives away from Steve over the line.
Absolute huge round of applause for both drivers.
Yeah,
fireworks
round of applause,
in the middle of a
ladies
battle.
and gentlemen, for both of these guys. We are seeing some absolute awesome battles.
Carnage is what I'd call it.
Carnage, yes, definitely.
Organised carnage.
Poetic carnage,
Poetic
Mike.
carnage.
And the winner is Josh Payne, ladies and gentlemen. Judges, please can we hear your decision on that?
Looking at the first run there, Steve McConnell hasn't really got a great lead run. He misses clip 2, and then he has, and that pushes him wide between 2 and 3. And then he comes out, he gets clip 3 fine, but then after clip 5, coming up to clip 5, he cuts away from clip 5 very early and comes into the inside of the track. Josh is actually on his door at this point and makes contact and has a bit of a straighten, but that is actually caused by Stephen being so far offline. He should have been more mid-track there at that point, not in by the curb. They finish out that run, so Josh has a 7-3 after the first run. When you swap it around, Josh does have a slight straighten at clip 6, but that's his only error. Stephen has decent proximity through the run, but is only doing enough for a 6-4. So we 6-4 for Stephen on the second run, and Josh had a 7-3 on the first, so takes the win.
There you have it.
There we go, close again, but
whoa.
Josh Payne taking it now. Up next we have Stephen McConnell.
And Ricardo just sounds so good I'm not sure why.
There's a good reason for that, Mike.
What's that?
Well, in fact, Jamie Stanton's car also had a World Motorsport manifold on it, and Stephen McConnell's car,
It's a lot of manifolds.
yet again, has a World Motorsport manifold on it.
If you want to be a cool kid and drifting, do you know what manifold you need? A what manifold?
Steve McConnell leaves the line. This car is extremely fast, and look at the flick! Steve McConnell throws into that first corner. Wow, that is style, ladies and gentlemen. Steve McConnell lacking a little bit the last two events, but it looks like for this final event, he is really throwing it down.
Yes, Steve.
As he comes around, look at that, just barely on the line, right to the edge of the track, all the way around. Unbelievable driving from Steve McConnell. He hasn't bled too many points so far, quite a few on the board as he comes over the line. Oh, absolutely amazing drive. He is sponsored by Treads Garage, Walter Motorsport, Peregrine Performance, Lee Smart Racing, SCK Wax, Madcan Energy, Dynatune, Edmondson, Garage Blackworks, Body Shop, Cyball, and Radical Solutions. Up next, Stephen McConnell. .67 on his first run, currently sat in 14th position. Steve McConnell will definitely want to improve on that. He's a man that always does his best. He throws it into the first corner. Could have been a little bit wider for clip 2 there, if I'm honest, Mike.
Yeah, we were expecting a little bit more from Stephen there in that one, but he does a good job to get it back online as he's come down Mangiali. Slows that car down lovely. It's the last transition as he goes into the nice big long corner now. Small bit of a wobble there. It's probably where he did the gear shift, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, and just flat out round the last corner. Not going to improve on his first score. 72.67. He remains in 14th position.
This is the one I'm excited for. 3 times I've got excited, I've been pulled back, so now we can say it. It's Steve McConnell the lead, it's Archie the chase. And Stephen's car is still a financial mistake. Absolutely love that sticker. So both guys leave the line.
Yeah, we see, look at nice flick entry from Steve McConnell. Archie Harmer giving Steve McConnell a little bit of room to manoeuvre. He needs to make a dive now, does make a dive as they come in to Steve McConnell now. That's a huge dive as they come into Manji, and is he going to make another dive?
Yes, he is!
He is right on the door of Steve McConnell as they transition through. He's going to have a dive again. They just keep coming from the young Archie Harmer as they come through the final corner. Steve McConnell steps in, trying to get away from Archie Harmer. Archie Harmer's not letting him get too far, Mike.
Wow, Archie with some unbelievable brave dives there. Good lead line from Steve, but just...
Archie looks like he just got caught napping off the line there, but makes up for it very quickly.
This was good now. Watch, just straight in. Little touch there, Stephen here. Written the whole way down Mangiali, but look at this, Mike. He's nearly back on power before Steve.
Yeah.
Great driving from both guys. Oh, beautiful dive.
Yeah, fantastic from both those drivers there. We now need to swap them around. Put Stephen McConnell in that chase position. Archie Harmer very excited to carry on. Stephen McConnell even more excited. Both these guys loving this battle as they leave the line. A small jump from Stephen McConnell. Archie Harmer hammering it down. Look at the dive from Steve McConnell, straight away matching Archie Harmer's line. Makes a huge dive onto the side, cuts the track massively. Nearly knocking on Archie Harmer's door, not giving a millimetre, but finds himself in the wrong part of the track. Can he make a dive again? He does. Manages to hold on to that. How there wasn't an accident there, ladies and gentlemen. Another dive from Stephen McConnell as they come round the final corner. Archie Harmer on a fantastic line with Stephen McConnell using all of the revs that engine can give to keep up.
How did Stephen not hit him?
That was amazing.
That did not make sense. I love it. Stephen with the classic, oh, you do a good chase, Archie. Watch this. Send him again.
they're not making it. The judges are having such a hard day. Every single battle has been difficult.
Would you like to make a call on that?
No.
You know me. I look.
Oh, but I can confirm. Stephen McConnell takes the win.
I think we're going to have to ask the judges on that one. We've left them alone all morning, but judges, can we please get your opinion on that battle?
Yeah, no bother. Okay, well, we look at the first one there. Archie gets caught on initiation, so he completely misses clip 1 and 2, so he kind of got caught out there. Stephen has a really good lead line all the way through, so with no issues there. In addition to that, Archie kind of gets caught coming out to clip 4, and then he has a very shallow transition between 4, 5 and 6. That's actually how he gains his proximity back up, and then he's off clip 5, doesn't get into that. So after the first run, Stephen comes away with a 6-4 advantage, and when we swap them around, I think you saw there, Archie has a reasonably good lead line, but Stephen has a much better chase. He has a better initiation. He's on Archie's door from the 1, 2, 3 through to. He's a little bit shallow on 4, 5 and 6, but that's the same as Archie had done in the first run, so the rest of the run was better. So overall, Stephen takes it on both runs.
There we go. Thank you very much for that detailed explanation, Mike.
Yep. Here you go. Clears it all up.
Yep, definitely. So up next, Mike.
As good as a final. It's Dylan Garvey versus Stephen McConnell. So we see Dylan looking very, very concentrated. Stephen's looking happy.
Stephen's just having a great time out there.
Yeah. Okay, so Colgate gives the signal. Both cars leave the line. It's Dylan to lead, Stephen to chase as they come up. Big flick from Dylan, but look at Stephen McConnell, he is right there with him, stuck to the back of that 59-degree north, 180SX as they come around now to clip 3, lining up for Mangiali. Dylan's on a lovely lead line, but Stephen McConnell's making a huge dive behind him. Oh, he just went off track. Dylan just lights up them Zestino tyres, brings it over the line, and Steve McConnell just pushing a little bit too hard, I think, Mike.
Yeah, Stephen McConnell, big mistake. Just not much more to say about it, Mike.
Mike Walton sounds disappointed. As we see them coming through. At this point now, I was like, here we go. Stephen's going to be stuck to him the whole way around. Flip them, Dylan will do the same. It'll be the same as watching Jack and Matt Denham. But yeah, just looks like it goes on a bit too much angle. Has to touch the front brakes to avoid Dylan.
Yeah.
Passenger.
Sadly, yes, Mike. Well, that will swap him around. Steve McConnell in the lead position this time. And we hope that he won't make any more mistakes.
Hands in the air, he's like, I pushed. Okay. Colgate's giving the signal. Here we go. Steve the lead, Dylan the chase. Big flick from Steve McConnell. Well, look at Dylan Garvey, took it right in there behind him. Steve McConnell now on a lovely lead line as Dylan makes a huge dive into the second corner, nearly making contact as they come into Mangiali. Stephen is on a perfect qualifying line, Mike, but look at Dylan Garvey. He is stuck right there, just showing what he can do, nearly touching that PS13, coming around the last corner. Wow. Absolute masterclass the chase position by Dylan.
That was absolutely unbelievable.
See, that's what I was expecting the first time. I didn't expect it.
That transition just marvellous.
Dylan's just on a different level this year, and I don't think there's anyone out there that can touch them. Even some lad from America came over to try and beat him, and he couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Just look at the dive from Dylan Garvey, and this transition moves back, gives him room, dives straight back there. Before you've blinked, he's back at his front wheel again. Just absolutely amazing. Masterclass in chase drifting. We'll get these two cars up in front of our crowd here now. Two beautiful looking cars
They
as
are,
well.
yeah, well prepared cars.
As they get out, ladies and gentlemen, give these guys a round of applause. I can confirm taking the win is indeed Dylan Garvey, who will proceed through into our quarterfinals.